How dressing with sophistication boosts a woman's magnetic appeal. A Jungian perspective. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm thrilled you're joining us to explore a powerful intersection between style, psychology, and self-expression. Today, we're diving into how dressing with sophistication doesn't just change your look. It transforms your energy and presence in ways Carl Jung's theories help us understand deeply. Why some women command a room. Have you ever seen someone enter a room and instantly change the atmosphere? It's like an invisible force surrounds them. Heads turn, conversations pause, and the energy shifts. This magnetic power isn't just chance, genetic luck, or expensive fashion. It's about the persona they project, a foundational concept introduced by Carl Jung. Jung described the persona as the social mask we wear, not to deceive, but to adapt and communicate effectively with the world around us. The word persona comes from ancient Greek theater, where actors wore masks to portray different characters. In psychological terms, your persona is the interface between your inner self and external society, a bridge that allows you to navigate different social contexts while maintaining your core identity. When you dress purposefully and with intention, you're not just putting on clothes, you're consciously crafting your persona. This deliberate act shapes how others perceive you and, critically, how you perceive yourself. A well-adapted persona mirrors your authentic personality while flexibly adjusting to various social environments. The key is balance. Over-identifying with your persona can disconnect you from your true self, while neglecting it entirely leaves you ungrounded and unable to connect meaningfully with others. Appearance. More than clothes, a language. In modern society, your appearance functions as a silent communication system, a visual language that speaks volumes before you utter a single word. Carl Jung taught us that the persona isn't about dishonesty or superficiality. Rather, it's about adaptation and authentic expression. Your clothing, hairstyle, accessories, color choices, and even the way fabrics drape on your body all combine to form a symbolic language. This language tells the world and tells yourself who you are beneath the surface. Jung emphasized that symbols are the language of the unconscious mind. Every deliberate style choice becomes a symbol that communicates your values, your confidence level, your cultural awareness, and your inner narrative. When you refine your external expression by dressing with care and sophistication, you're engaging in a profound psychological process. You're consciously crafting your social persona to send clear messages: confidence, self-respect, intentionality, and authenticity. This connects your unconscious mind, the inner you, with all its depth and complexity, with your conscious presentation, how others perceive and interact with you. Jung's concept of the collective unconscious, the shared reservoir of human experiences and symbols, means that certain style choices resonate universally. When you wear structured, tailored clothing, people unconsciously associate this with competence and authority. Flowing, elegant fabrics evoke grace and femininity. Bold colors signal confidence and energy. These aren't arbitrary associations, they're rooted in archetypal patterns embedded deep in human psychology. The gap many miss: the power of first impressions. Carl Jung explained that much of our social interaction is influenced by forces operating beneath conscious awareness. When we meet someone new, our brains engage in rapid unconscious processing, analyzing facial expressions, body language, grooming, and yes, appearance to form immediate judgments. This isn't shallow or superficial. It's an evolutionary mechanism that helped our ancestors quickly assess friend from foe, competence from incompetence. The unconscious mind works incredibly fast, processing these visual and energetic cues in milliseconds to form what we call first impressions. If your external presentation unintentionally sends signals of carelessness, confusion, or low self-regard, that unconscious impression creates barriers before you even speak. Doors close, opportunities pass by, connections fail to form. But when you invest in a sophisticated, deliberate, and congruent appearance, you align your persona with your true inner self, creating what Jung called psychological congruence, a state where inner and outer realities match. Others unconsciously pick up on this alignment and read it as authenticity, strength, and trustworthiness. This is why two equally qualified candidates can enter the same job interview, but the one who's thoughtfully crafted their appearance often gets the offer. The hiring manager's unconscious mind registers the visual signals of competence and reliability before any credentials are discussed. How to dress with Jungian insight and intent. 1. Know your archetypes. Jung spoke extensively about archetypes, universal symbols and patterns embedded in the collective unconscious that shape how we perceive identity and express meaning. Archetypes are not stereotypes. They're deep psychological structures that resonate across cultures and throughout human history. Different clothing styles evoke different archetypes, and understanding this allows you to intentionally communicate aspects of your inner self. The Queen archetype, a flowing, elegant dress in rich fabrics and regal colors, awakens this archetype, powerful, confident, graceful, and commanding respect. This archetype embodies sovereignty over one's own life. The Sage archetype, minimalist, clean lines, neutral palettes, and timeless pieces tap into the sage, symbolizing wisdom, calm, depth, and intellectual clarity. The Warrior archetype, bold colors, strong structural silhouettes, tailored blazers, and sharp accessories channel the warrior, embodying strength, courage, decisiveness, and the ability to face challenges head-on. The Lover archetype, soft textures, romantic colors, flattering cuts, and sensual details connect to the lover, representing passion, beauty, connection, and emotional depth. Understanding which archetype your style evokes helps you communicate your inner narrative visually and attract the experiences and relationships that align with your authentic self. 2. Persona as a bridge, not a barrier. Your wardrobe is your persona's toolkit, the practical means by which you express your inner world to external reality. Jung was clear that the persona should function as a bridge, not a mask to hide behind. A healthy persona is flexible and authentic. It adapts to different contexts. You might dress differently for a board meeting than for a creative workshop or a romantic dinner, but it always reflects core aspects of who you truly are. The danger comes when we over-identify with a single persona or create a persona so disconnected from our true self that we lose touch with our authentic identity. Dressing thoughtfully invites harmony between who you are internally and how you're perceived externally. This harmony creates psychological wholeness and attracts opportunities that genuinely fit your authentic path. When your persona accurately reflects your values and personality, social interactions become easier, more meaningful, and more energizing. 3. Symbolic details matter profoundly. Jung emphasized that symbolism is the language of the unconscious. Every detail in your appearance functions as a symbol that communicates to both your own psyche and to others' unconscious minds. That carefully chosen silk scarf isn't just a fashion accessory. It's a symbol reflecting your attention to beauty, your appreciation for quality, your cultural sophistication. The particular shade of lipstick you choose communicates energy. Red signals boldness and passion. Nude tones suggest elegance and restraint. Berry shades convey creativity and warmth. The cut of your blazer, the style of your shoes, the finish of your jewelry. All these details feed into the symbolic story you tell. When these symbols align with your authentic values and personality, they create a coherent narrative that resonates deeply with others on an unconscious level. Confidence, presence, and the energy field. Jung's understanding of the psyche includes the concept of psychic energy, the flow of life force between the inner and outer worlds. When your persona, outer expression, including how you dress, aligns harmoniously with yourself, the integrated, whole inner personality Jung saw as the goal of psychological development, energy flows freely and powerfully. This free-flowing energy creates what we might call an aura or magnetic field around you. It's not mystical, it's psychological. When inner and outer realities align, you radiate confidence, authenticity, and presence. Your body language naturally becomes more open and assured. Your voice carries more resonance. Your eye contact feels genuine and warm. This energy field is what makes someone captivating beyond mere physical appearance. Your posture, gaze, vocal tone, and outfit weave together into a cohesive message that magnetizes attention and commands respect. People feel drawn to you because they unconsciously sense your psychological integration, your wholeness. Jung called this process of achieving psychological wholeness individuation, becoming fully yourself by integrating conscious and unconscious elements of your personality. Dressing with intention and sophistication is one tangible, daily practice that supports this individuation process. Real-world impact, career and relationships. Professional success. In the professional world, your sophisticated persona signals competence, reliability, and leadership potential, often opening doors that would otherwise remain closed based on first impressions alone. Many successful women leaders recognize that intentionally crafting their appearance is a strategic tool and extension of their leadership philosophy. A female CEO wearing a perfectly tailored suit in her signature color isn't being vain. She's leveraging the psychological power of the persona to communicate authority, vision, and trustworthiness instantly. Research consistently shows that well-dressed professionals are perceived as more capable, more intelligent, and more deserving of opportunities. This isn't fair or rational, but it's deeply rooted in how the human unconscious processes social information. Understanding and working with this reality, rather than fighting against it, is strategic wisdom. Romantic and social relationships. In love and social relationships, Jung's theory of the anima and animus, the inner feminine and masculine archetypes present in all people, plays a significant role. The anima represents the unconscious feminine qualities in men, while the animus represents unconscious masculine qualities in women. When a woman dresses with sophistication and grace, she's consciously honoring her anima, the deep feminine energy that encompasses beauty, intuition, emotional depth, and relational wisdom. This conscious honoring invites mature, authentic connection in relationships rather than connections based purely on surface-level attraction. A woman who presents herself thoughtfully signals self-respect, which unconsciously invites respect from others. Her persona communicates, "I value myself, I understand my worth, and I expect to be treated accordingly." This creates a powerful foundation for healthy, balanced relationships. Dressing as a ritual of self-love and individuation. Individuation is perhaps Jung's most important concept, the lifelong process of becoming your whole, authentic self by integrating conscious and unconscious elements of your personality. This process involves recognizing and integrating your shadow, rejected or hidden aspects, developing your persona appropriately, and ultimately achieving psychological wholeness. Viewing your daily dressing routine as a ritual transforms it from a mundane chore into a sacred practice that supports individuation. This self-care ritual becomes an act of self-affirmation, acknowledging your inherent worth and honoring the sacred self within. Choosing clothes thoughtfully each morning is a form of active meditation, a practice that aligns your inner and outer worlds, nourishes your psyche, and increases your confidence. This daily ritual reminds you, "I am worthy of care, I am worthy of beauty, I am worthy of showing up fully." Over time, this ritual practice builds a strong, authentic persona that serves you well across all life contexts. You develop what Jung called a flexible persona, one that adapts to different situations while always reflecting your core identity. This flexibility combined with authenticity creates the magnetic presence that others find irresistible. Practical steps inspired by Jung. To apply these Jungian principles practically, reflect on archetypes. Spend time considering which archetypes resonate with your authentic self. Do you identify with the warrior's courage, the sage's wisdom, the queen's sovereignty? Let these archetypal energies guide your style choices. Choose intentionally. Select your wardrobe deliberately to express your inner narrative. Ask yourself, does this outfit reflect who I truly am? Does it honor my values and personality? Practice integrated presence. Complement your visual message with congruent body language, standing tall, maintaining warm eye contact, offering genuine smiles. This integration creates powerful presence. Ritualize dressing. Engage your morning routine as a mindful ritual. View it as nourishing and honoring yourself, not just a functional necessity. Seek balance. Develop a persona that's authentic and flexible, one that serves you without consuming you. Remember Jung's warning against over-identification with your social mask. Tomorrow, try this. Before dressing, ask yourself, what part of my inner self do I want to express today? What energy do I want to send? Let your clothing choices be a conscious extension of your inner world. Watch how this transforms not only how others see you, but also how you feel within. Thanks so much for sharing this time with me. If you found value in these insights, please like and subscribe. We explore the intersection of psychology and style to help you shine authentically every day. Drop your thoughts or questions below. What archetype speaks to you? How do you see your persona evolving? Keep tuning in for more deep dives into how your outer expression can mirror and magnify your inner greatness. Until next time, stay bold, be true, and let your authentic self shine through your style.